Was there a fine for not voting?
If you believe the taxi drivers around my area, they say you'll be deported back to Malaysia.
Because it's 5
She say
days, 5 day
menopause.
cycle. Who has menstruation in 5 day cycle?
She said all that to say she support the budget. Hi everyone, it's Tiff and we're back with another video. I did not lip sync the back part. Hi everyone, it's Tiff. Today I have with me Nikhita, Khai and Ridzal. Hello.
Hi, what's up?
And today we're gonna talk about elections. Me and Nikita, we are first time voters. The people who will be first time voters this time round will be 21 to 25, right? And these people, the internet has coined a term for them. They're called Zillennials because it's a mix between Gen Zs and millennials. Yeah.
Okay.
We are too young to relate to the core of millennials, and we are too old to relate to the core of Gen Zs.
Yeah, but me and Ridzal are definitely millennials lah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
a boomer. No,
Really?
I'm like in transition between a boomer and a millennial.
Yeah. Ridzal is in between a boomer.
Boomer millennial.
So we have Ridzal and Khai here to kind of give us a bit more insight, but we must put a disclaimer that we are by no means any professionals. Like neither of us are professionals in politics. We don't know much. We are just here as your common Singaporean citizen to find out more and to ask questions about the elections.
I guess just have like a casual conversation.
Yeah, because I have quite a number of friends who are like turning 21 this year, but their birthdays are like this month or at the end of the year. So their question was, if my birthday is after July 10, which is polling day, can I vote? And the answer is no, you can't. You can only vote if you're born before March 1st.
That's the day when a list of eligible voters, something like that, was formed.
I think it's like Nikita and her friends are asking the questions, right? It's kind of like good sign that I guess the Zillennials are a lot more interested in Singaporean politics than what my generation have been. Like, if you give us a choice at your age, you'll probably be like making excuses, or like, you know, if we had an option to not vote, we probably do. People have to keep reminding us to go to vote.
Hey, but in fact, if you don't vote, you will kena something, right?
You will be removed under the list of eligible voters. Then you have to like submit a form or whatever to vote again.
But I thought it was more stricter than that. Was there a fine for not voting?
If you believe the taxi drivers around my area, they say you'll be deported back to Malaysia.
Yeah, probably I heard one of those. That's why I quickly ran to the school.
But yeah, I think a lot of younger people nowadays are more interested in politics, right? Maybe because of the woke culture.
Could also possibly because like memes. I mean, memes make everything more interesting, right? So
Insert
it's
our
like
favorite memes.
yeah, I guess. Whereas like back when me and Khai were younger, right? We cannot see it as an older people thing. It's like we don't even.
Yeah, there were no memes. Like you don't even want to be involved.
It's like,
now that there's memes, hey, I also want to know what this thing is all about.
Yeah, which kind of makes it a little bit more fun.
Like some of my friends also asked, like, how is the voting process like?
From my experience, you kind of go into a school. Mine was a school. You get shepherded into like this holding area where you form a queue, and then once your turn is in, you kind of have to show your slip or something, and then you go into a booth. You check whatever you need to check. Yeah, and then you're done.
The queue is not long, man. Basically, I think if I remember correctly, you are given a certain time.
This year is exactly the same. The only difference is social distancing and wearing gloves. If you need more information, you can check our previous Bloomr Trends video, where a part of it we talked about this.
What are the factors that you consider when you decide on which party to vote on or who to vote? Do you consider the person, or do you consider, oh, it's because it's this party, you know?
I mean, I don't know. It's like in terms of conspiracy theories, there's always that. Apparently, my parents used to tell me like, oh, you know, you should vote for the PAP because they'll know if you don't.
That your vote is not secret when they say
your vote is not secret. Yeah. Back then, I was applying for a BTO, and we needed like this special appeal. So my mom was like, oh, you know, you can't screw things up. You need to vote for the PAP. If not, they'll block your appeal. The young me was like, I didn't know much about the opposition, and I didn't care much about politics. So I'm like, yeah, man, Lee Kuan Yew, man.
I think we must clarify here, the votes are secret.
So, like you kind of wonder like who kind of started that rumor in the first place.
Yeah, who? It must be the boomers.
For me, when you ask this question about the party or the candidate, right? The last one candidate stood out lah. So for me, when I saw that candidate, then like, what, this candidate quite interesting. Then after that, I dive into the party, like, see, is this party good or not, you know? Like, for me, the candidate was Nicole Seah lah.
Right.
yeah.
Oh
I think
my
everybody
God.
stood up for her lah.
So back then, like, who's this person? Yeah, so she's interesting enough for you to find out more about her party. What?
Let me just say, Nicole Seah was the reason I got interested in politics because when she was in NSP, I remember like my mom and my dad telling me that her speeches were really, 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 really good. And so we would watch everything, and I thought that she spoke really well. And at that time, she was quite young. Like I think she was around my age now, and she spoke really well and really confident. I think that's the reason why I got interested in politics. I was like, hey, the next time I'm supposed to vote, I think maybe I should educate myself lah and learn about everything that's going on.
That's actually a good attitude. Yeah.
She's amazing. And then now she's contesting East Coast, but this time with Workers' Party against DPM Heng Swee. But Heng Swee though this morning was really funny.
That sounds like what I would say if I didn't have a speech ready.
Then you need those cats. Make East Coast great again.
Yeah. Just another question. How does voting work overseas? They have to vote at the respective Singapore embassies in their countries, right?
Okay.
I think a lot of people my age are studying overseas, so this is for you. Just a couple of days ago, a PAP candidate, Ivan Lim, had to pull out of the race because he received a backlash from his poly classmates, those who served under him in the army, and his colleagues from Keppel. So they criticized him of his elitist and condescending attitude, and oh my god, there's so much tea spilled on him. After Ivan Lim, like more candidates had people accusing them of like past behavior or lying about something. Has this happened before in the past?
But not to this extent.
Yeah, not to this extent.
But also PM Lee came out to say that it can set a very, according to him, very damaging precedent that this whole cancel culture can just, and hearsay on the internet can bring someone down.
This is just like the influencer Glassdoor for candidates.
But the thing you have to kind of like wonder, like he must have made such a negative impact on the people who chose to come up and say it.
Yeah, but Ivan Lim, I think it's like the end of the spectrum where maybe he really was very bad. And then you have Sean Huang. Someone came out to mention like one thing against him. It was like just one person, but he came out very quickly to like rebut that whole allegation, and it went past really quickly. He didn't have to withdraw.
I guess you could say like it's kind of a good sign that like the common people have a little bit more power.
Such an amazing thing, right? The internet. Yeah, a lot of our favorite politicians are retiring, and I thought I'd share a video which I couldn't stop laughing at.
Wow. It's like someone I will vote.
There were several high-rise littering of sanitary pads for many years. Because it's 5 days
menopause.
cycle. Who has menstruation in 5 days cycle? 假如你不中奖，我们的孩子不需要吃了吗？老公说没问题，我们还可以卖屋子啊。上个星期六 we form a red task force.
Red task force. Where can I apply, man? Where can I apply?
Alright.
Because actually it is a food left behind by cat feeders. They walk away, the rats come and eat, the bee cockroaches come and eat.
Perhaps my thoughts would be best expressed by quoting the lyrics
so
of
true.
the Liverpool song, Don't be afraid of the dark.
Not bad, eh?
But I have this to say to DPM. Walk on, walk in your heart, and you will never walk alone. You will never walk alone. Mr. Speaker, sir, I support the budget.
She said all that to say she support the budget. Thank you, Hua Jie, for your service and for making Parliament more interesting for Zillennials, like people my age. It's your first time voting, so be sure to vote wisely. There are a lot of people out there who don't give a shit.
At least if you do it for somebody, do it for the flower.
Yeah,
flower
do
lady.
it for Hua Jie. And if you are thinking of not voting, please. I mean, I understand it's a lot of hassle and it's intimidating, but if you think about it, the government has more power over your life than your parents do.
Alright.
So do you not want to?
Yeah, how would we get rid of the big rats, man?
Yeah.
To those Tiffany's friends who don't want to vote and everybody who's the same, don't pattern like badminton.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've come to the end of the video. If you haven't already, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe and to watch last week's video
You need to
here.
subscribe to our channel for trends
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, we
To
summarize
see
it for you.
You're a boomer, I don't know what is happening. You need to subscribe.
Yeah, if you don't want to be a boomer, subscribe to Bloomr.
Alright.
Bye
All the best.
everyone.
Bye.
Grow
Bye.
wisely. Bye bye.